Alright. Alright. Sound check, sound check. Is the audio clear? Alright. Alright, hello everybody. This is Simple Life Boy here, and today, or in this video, I am going to play Cyno Story Quest. Well, eventually, as you can see here, I haven't finished any story quests. I mean, I haven't finished some story quests for the past versions here. And probably I didn't become so active in Sumeru. Probably I only did Scaramouche, but that's not considered as a story quest, more than an interlude Archon quest. And basically tomorrow and the day after tomorrow we're gonna do Nilo and Nahida so we can probably just clear all these story quests. And I don't know when do I actually gonna play these two, because these two have already started and have already probably integrated to my other streams. It's already been so that's why I don't know how to find those videos. I'm probably gonna find those videos. It's gonna make me having a difficult time. So as you can see, I haven't opened this because if I open it, it'll have some different requirements and have some interruptions if we actually do it. So I'm just gonna do it one by one. So without further ado, we will now go with Cyno first. So that's one open. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, we were gonna do these two. And yeah, I haven't played the Genius Invocation TCG, yeah. And I also haven't played the new event. Probably I'm gonna play it tomorrow morning if I'm not barely personal time. I'm not gonna stream it because it's just a side event. But anyways, without further ado, let us play. Suspicious. So I think every story quest by these beloved characters are just side quests. Probably if they have part 2, but as of right now, only Zhongli and Raiden have part 2. Probably Nahida will get 1 too. Mostly our Archon quests are getting the second part, but our beloved characters are not yet. So yep, we are now going to play. Okay, take a look around the academia. Alright, we're gonna use this party. I think let's go here, I guess. I did some commission quests earlier in my personal time. And also do some farming. 22, yeah. I think that's alright. Yeah. Oh, what? So if you're watching some other videos of mine, you can check out in the description down below. You can watch one of my other videos of mine. Mostly are streams, basically. Okay, there it is. Now we're going to academia. Okay, now we have some additional characters,
Wait, you two! Just a moment, please. You're the Traveler in Paimon, right?
Yeah.
I thought you two looked familiar.
We're the heroes.
I've been talking all about you.
Oh wait, I forgot that Cyno. Wait, if I'm correct, Cyno was released in 3.0, right? So he's actually been released in the very start of Sumeru. Oh my god. So I don't know if I don't know if the Archon Crest affected it, because if you don't know, after you play the final Archon Crest in 3.2 or 3.2, some of the dialogues and some of the information on some items are actually drastically changed. So it's basically changed the entire game. Not entirely, but yeah, it can actually change the entire game, because it basically removed Vukadevada from existence. So, because of the Irminsul. So, yeah, I don't know how it will affect the dialogue here. So I haven't played it. This is my first time playing it.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
So I don't know how it.
Moment? There's something I'd like to discuss with you.
So I don't know how it played out here. For Nilo, it actually has affected though. So definitely, I already known about it. So, some video clips of flying around in the internet. But hey,
my name is Nabil. I'm a Matra in the academia. You're friends with Cyno, right?
Yeah.
I've heard him mention you before. Currently, Cyno is out investigating a case involving smuggled canned knowledge.
Oh.
It's been days since we've last heard from him.
Oh yeah, the canned knowledge where basically all information is stored, and it's just using it to power up Scaramouche machine, Gundam, if you want to call it. And yeah, it's already an out of touch, so I'm all super late here. So definitely this is an out of order story. In terms of the lore, this is very out of order. But yep, I have no choice but to play it.
Oh no.
Well, to be completely honest, it's pretty hard to imagine anything that could pose a threat to Cyno. But since we haven't heard from him, we're starting to suspect that the case might be more complicated than we had originally thought. Word has it that you two are brave, smart, and extremely capable adventurers. Do you think you could lend us a hand and help investigate the smuggling?
I just realized when they call our names, they've been talking about us. Does that mean that this is already after the Archon Crest? But the canned knowledge, sure. But the canned knowledge is already like finished, right? Because as you can see, the Akasha terminal has already deceased because of the extreme knowledge, because of the power up, the true intentions of that. And yeah, so I don't know if this is basically affecting after the Archon Quest.
Alright.
Large amounts of canned knowledge from unknown origins have been appearing on the market recently. Cyno suspected that there's a secret route being used to move the capsules. According to some research, using large amounts of canned knowledge could lead to some serious consequences.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, most people have yet to realize that. Rumors also have it that some particularly dangerous canned knowledge has made its way into the market. Regardless of whether the rumors are true or not,
the world
this
forgets
case
me.
calls for urgent action. Last we heard from Cyno, he was investigating somewhere outside Sumeru City. It seems that he had found some leads at the time, but we haven't heard from him since.
Sounds like we better.
Okay, shut up. The only thing I will skip here is Paimon.
How's the case coming? Any progress?
Okay, that's all. Alright, look for clues outside the city. Oh, there it is. Oh, what? Looks like I haven't gone into this place yet, huh? Okay, surely no one will interrupt us. Oh. Okay, there's a Sealy over there. There's a Fatui over there, and there's Cyno!
We finally found you.
Ah, it's you two. I knew I sensed a familiar presence.
Aw,
I'm very
he's
busy
smiling.
at the moment. We'll have to chat some other time.
We heard about the case of the smuggled canned knowledge.
That's right. Nabil asked us to come and check on the situation.
So Nabil told you about this? Divulging my location without authorization. I'll let it slide for now. This isn't the time for that.
So there's a puzzle here.
I see. Well, the situation might be more problematic than you anticipated. I've already questioned several people, but gained very little information. Long story short, I was able to learn of the secret location where the canned knowledge is being sold. You're welcome to accompany me if you're interested.
Whoa. Sounds alright, Cyno!
Now that's all what Paimon does, huh? Okay, I don't know why, but I'm thinking that it's kind of like related, or probably like, oh god, are those Fatui? Yep, those definitely are Fatui. Anyway, I'm kind of thinking this is like a side story or after quest, you know, after the Archon quest. Because it feels like it, you know, the Nabil already know our name, and Cyno feels like he's already acquainted with us for some time. So yeah, I'm getting the feeling that I think the Archon quest can actually affect this. Okay. Ooh, those are nice bird sounds.
Is this all you got? Seems even less than last time.
What difference does it make? If you see something you like, buy it. If not, then keep walking.
They've been cracking down on us lately, so we don't have much on hand. If you see something that catches your eye, then now's your chance. There's no telling when we'll have more.
What does the Academia think they're doing? Alright, I'll take these here. Let me see what else you have.
Okay.
I don't see any real gems in this batch. It's all pretty ordinary stuff.
Sure.
Whatever. How much do I owe you?
150K. Show us the Mora, and you'll get the goods.
Put the Mora down and your hands up.
Uh-oh.
It's Cyno! When's he ever gonna let up?
Hey, forget the goods! Let's split!
Alright, he's gonna run?
Don't forget the Mora!
I'm already afraid though.
Done! Not so fast! You can't
Ooh.
escape with Paimon in the case!
What is this? He's got backup now?
Hell
Doesn't
yeah.
everyone say Cyno works alone? I don't like the looks of this. Either way, it's gonna be a tough fight. Any ideas?
It's over. It's not like we're making a big cut anyway. I'm not losing my life here.
Huh? Did they really
Just like the others I've caught. They're not deep in the circle, just dealers at the bottom of the chain. All right, I have one question and one question only. Where did you get this canned knowledge?
The pickup location is different every time. The boss tells us where it's gonna be and that's it. We don't get a say in it. He sends someone every 5 days to bring us the goods.
Uh-oh.
And when is the next batch coming?
I don't know.
Oh.
He's telling the truth. Honest. Normally, we should have received a shipment 3 days ago, but we didn't get anything. The stock we have right now is from 8 days ago, which is why there isn't much left.
Okay, Cyno's and Kinnam, they said the intel was hard to come by.
I know exactly why they didn't receive their last batch. 3 days ago is exactly when I started my investigation. I suspect who's ever running this whole thing knew that I was coming. So they cut all contact with these dealers. When you were trying to escape, you said something about me working alone. Where did you hear that from?
Are you kidding? We've known your name since day one in this business. The boss warned us to watch out and even gave us info about you. But here we are. I guess we never stood a chance.
They already knew all about me and were trying to avoid being detected from the very beginning.
Damn. This basically has no Akasha terminal before. Because remember in the Archon quest, the Akasha terminal basically spies Cyno every move he makes. So I don't know how logically this is basically happening. I don't know, let me down in the comment section below if they have Akasha terminals in this when you actually play Cyno's quest during your version. So let me know.
These small fries are the only ones they leave out in the open. And no matter how many we catch, it won't further our investigation. If only we had another lead. Like a merchant who sells large amounts of canned knowledge.
Huh? Oh, you mean someone like nothing?
Oh
Do you
no.
have a potential suspect? You'd better bring them to me for judgment.
Woo!
That's right. I won't turn a blind eye on any
Oh, come on,
dangerous
Paimon.
suspect.
Don't you dare slip up your words right now in front of Cyno. You know how he actually works.
Oh! Sounds like we shouldn't ever let Cyno meet Dory.
We don't know any merchants.
I see.
Oh wow, that's actually easy.
I'll think of a way to deal with these two and then continue gathering information. If you manage to learn anything, you can find me at Caravan Rebot. And as for you, I don't ever want to catch you buying canned knowledge again. If you possess any unused knowledge capsules, then you should submit them to the authorities immediately.
Okay, I got it. Just keep your nose out of my business.
Hey, what's with...
What, you got a problem with that too? Listen, buying canned knowledge is a deal between two people, the buyer and the seller. We don't need people like you butting in on our business here. Think about it. If the academia is hoarding something as convenient and useful like canned knowledge, then they must have been planning only to use it for themselves. Am I right?
Bruh, this is basically logically what happened during the Archon quest. Holy fuck.
The academia has clearly published the potential dangers of canned knowledge. I don't like having to repeat things. And besides, I'm sure you wouldn't listen anyway. I just hope you understand that your actions are what fuels the smuggling of canned knowledge. If I ever catch you again, I will personally see to it that you are punished. All right, Traveler. I need to go now.
Bye.
You think you can scare me?
Can we beat this guy up?
Traveler, why don't we go talk to Dory? If Paimon remembers correctly, she's usually at the Palace of Alcazarzaray. Let's go!
So that's the right pronunciation? Alcazarzaray? Alright. So this is an unknown place I've yet to discover. Right. So Palace of Alcazar. Oh yeah, this is where. Oh, is this like the plant? No, that's I think. No, this is a different mansion. They're basically like two, you know. The Palace of Alcazarzaray, and then where I basically collected all of like Nilo's ascension materials. I forgot about this. The Paradise DI. So this is where the plants, and this is basically just a random mansion. Okay, surely you're not part. Oh wait, this is where I basically collect all the paradises. Alright, there she is. Hello. Hello.
I see.
Hello, black market seller.
That's the latest scoop. Good thing you didn't rat me out. Otherwise, who knows where I'd have to be hiding to avoid attention.
Do you know who's smuggling the canned knowledge?
No idea. Sorry. I've already cashed out of the canned knowledge business. Huh? You mean you... That's right. With so much canned knowledge flooding the market, it was becoming impossible to fetch decent prices anymore. Besides, it seems that group of smugglers has practically taken over the market. It's a little rule of mine to never fight for a share of someone else's market. If I'm gonna make Mora, it's gonna be the lion's share. Plus, with regulations
So as long as you have so much Mora,
now, I figured I might as well just hang it up.
so as long as you have like a million bazookas of Mora, you're basically still going to the business. But there only a little Mora is generating. Well, you're out.
Sounds like we came all this way for nothing. Well, not completely. Granted, I don't know who's behind all the smuggling activity, but since you didn't sell me out, I'll let you in on what I do know.
Don't you dare us pay something.
After all, those smugglers have really crossed the line, butting their way into the market like that. I hope their luck runs out soon so that I can take over. I mean, so that the industry can become more fairly regulated. Hey, you just want to make more business for... Don't underestimate its value. Think about it. You can gain all sorts of knowledge while bypassing the troublesome process of studying. Naturally, that makes it a product worth a high price. Of course, not everyone needs that kind of knowledge, but In a market as big as Sumeru, there is plenty of demand. Plus, the cost of production is relatively low, so even if dealers have to cover transportation costs, there's still an enormous profit to be made. Then why does the academia... Being able to gain complex knowledge and become a scholar with the snap of your fingers does sound like a dream, doesn't it? But everything in the world comes at a price, right?
True.
Gaining knowledge is a complicated process. It requires learning,
Oh,
thinking,
another
and
code.
practice. Even when it comes to my own business, I have to go through a lot of preparation before I put anything out for
Research.
sale.
True.
But with canned knowledge, one may simply skip all the hassle and get whatever they need to know immediately. That inherently leads to at least two potential problems. First,
You'll become
you'll accept
crazy.
the knowledge as factual without a second thought,
Oh.
and you'll find it very hard to forget. This means that if the knowledge is flawed, then it'll be very difficult to correct.
Holy fuck. This is a true weapon of misinformation and disinformation. Holy shit. Dude, if there's like kind of like that in Genshin Impact World, it's basically the mental gymnastics is gonna be very complicated. Like holy fuck. If this is basically like the equivalent of the internet, you know, disinformation, fake news and something. So this is basically like, I can see like the equivalent of fake news here in the Genshin Impact.
And second, excess use of knowledge capsules over an extended time diminishes your ability to think. You'll end up becoming like a library that can only store knowledge.
Oh, that does sound pretty dangerous. Traveler, you used
Nice.
canned knowledge before. Did you feel any?
Of course, using it sparingly is not an
Well,
issue.
I only use
which
it
is
for my
exactly why
action.
I used to sell it. It's just like how medicine can be used to cure diseases, but can also do harm when overused. It all comes down to balancing the right amount.
So basically it's like drugs.
Anyway, back
It definitely
to
is
the
a
point.
black market.
There'll be consequences if the sale of canned knowledge by those smugglers is left unchecked. And what's worse, you're playing right into their hands by focusing only on the canned knowledge that's made its way into the market. As far as I
So what's
know,
the production?
their real purpose is to distribute information about the Court of Desolation.
Court of
That's where the real
Desolation?
business opportunity is.
The Court of Desolation? What's that?
Rumor has it that it's a site of ruins from the age of King Deshret.
Oh.
It's said that with the treasures inside, one can see beyond life and death. But any research of the ruins is strictly banned by the academia. Word on the street is that there'll be an auction taking place in the desert. They're auctioning rare canned knowledge, some of which is related to the Court of Desolation.
Alright, wait lang. When did Cyno got released? Is it 3? Oh, maybe it's 3.1. Yeah, if I'm correct, 3.1, because I know that's where the desert region got released, and that's where basically Cyno attacked Al-Haytham and we met Dia and Candice. So yeah, I thought it's 3.0. But still, it's kind of like in terms of like here in the reality days, I don't know, like 10 weeks, 12 weeks ago. So yeah, it's definitely a very long time since I played the story quest of these characters.
Once I heard about the auction, I began to suspect that all the canned knowledge popping up on the market is just a diversion. I wager that their real target is the Court of Desolation.
So what's the purpose of hosting an auction?
Because studying those ruins is not just a simple matter. It
Bruh.
requires knowledge spanning several fields. So, if they're aiming to quickly assemble a research team, canned knowledge would be the best solution.
So these are not like actual academia researchers, but some random normal dudes.
As for the auction, chances are they're trying to attract and scout out anyone with interest or expertise on the subject. On the other hand, no one can say for sure that they will ever succeed in finding the Court of Desolation. So, they might as well just make a fortune while they're at it by hyping up the related canned knowledge at the auction.
Sounds to Paimon like we better head to the desert and see.
That's right. And now that I've shared all that valuable info with you, it's time to introduce our limited edition desert travel kit. It comes complete with a map straight to the auction location.
Yeah, don't tell me we're going to pay.
As I said, I also have to make preparations before I sell
Oh
things
my
right.
god.
Now, let me consider how much I should sell this for.
Don't you dare.
I've got it. 500,000 mora per kit. That's
What?
quite the bargain. We'll even offer a 50% discount for little Paimon's travel kit. Only 250,000 mora.
What? That's super
Whoa.
expensive.
No need to worry, little one. Cyno's the one heading this investigation, isn't he? I'll be sure to bill all the expenses to him.
Bro.
All you'll need to do is tell him to go to the Merchants Guild and pay the bill once the mission is completed. Just, be sure to not send him directly here, though, okay? That would leave me completely in the open. I'm sure the General Mahamatra of the Academia would never leave any debt unpaid. And I can only imagine the funds he's allocated for investigations.
Jesus
Maybe I
Christ.
should charge him more.
We better get going.
You know, if only I could actually pay it. So that's how much is my mora? I have over 1 million mora. Holy fuck, I should be the one who's getting paid. This is embarrassing for Cyno. Like, holy shit, you little twerk.
By the way, it would be quite a tricky task to get all the canned knowledge off the market, don't you think? You'd probably be making some enemies along the way, too.
We always have enemies.
Well, because in the short run, the circulation of canned knowledge benefits everyone. Whoever's behind the smuggling gets a chance to study the Court of Desolation, while knowledge do it, so you see, it's a win for everyone. Who would want anyone? As for the long-term consequences that lie ahead, most people can't see them, nor would they even believe them. So, if you think about it, you're setting yourself up to be targeted by everyone. You've got quite the challenge ahead of you. I can only imagine.
Again?
Okay. ×3? Huh. What one of those informations are for? I'm kind of curious. Oh, I can't, but there's ×3, right? Alright. We go to Caravan we bought, and we're gonna sell sign. We're gonna have a Cyno pay.
Cyno! We got news for you. What the smugglers are really after is a chance to research the Court of Desolation.
Don't you dare make your mouth. Don't you dare talk your loud mouth. You don't know that there's some spies everywhere.
They're hosting an auction in the desert.
The Court of Desolation. I won't ask how you came by this intel. But is it reliable?
Yep, it should be. It's all we have to go on for the moment.
We also heard that the Court of Desolation contains treasures from the time of King Deshret. Is that true?
Partially. It was a secret place built by a dark sect from the age of King Deshret. The ruins do contain treasures, but the place is also rife with unknown dangers. According to past research, one must forfeit their life as the price of entering.
Whoa.
They are not some ordinary ruins. So the Academia has strictly prohibited any related research. However, if they are using the canned knowledge as a way to move information and recruit researchers,
Okay.
then I suppose your conclusion does hold some validity. Regardless,
So there are researchers
we
involved
need
here.
to go into the desert.
Are there many people trying to study the Court of
Less
Desolation?
in recent years, but there are always those who attempt to do so, both inside and outside the Academia. After all, legends claim that whoever obtains the treasures inside can see beyond life and death, or even resurrect the dead. Death is often the greatest grievance for many people. Though they're fully aware that the chance of these rumors being true are slim, they hold tight to such fantasies and pursue them regardless.
Yeah, that's like what I said earlier. Canned knowledge can actually use for like a spreading misinformation there.
That's why some continue to research it, regardless of it being a restricted subject. On top of that, it's hard to track the source of information contained in canned knowledge.
Ooh.
Do you know where the auction is taking place?
Yes, we do.
Good. We'll go investigate. But before that, we'll have to get rid of these people tailing us.
Let's go.
People tailing us?
That's right. Let's begin to leave town and see what happens. I'm sure they'll reveal themselves as soon as we make a move. Don't worry. I'll make short work of them.
That's Cyno for you.
Alright. Caravan bot. Damn, this is actually super scary, you know? Once again, I'm kind of... now, it's a journalism student that kind of talking like a nonsense philosophical things here. Because this is basically the closest to what's happening now in our reality. Dead. Alright. No! Oh god. Okay, here you go. Hydro. Ouch.
Rain outlines your fate.
Wonder I can beat them without using some...
Our bond is strong.
Okay, maybe I can return from them in the future.
Spring force! I'll settle this. Motion to compel.
Yeah, as you can see, I already collected some materials. Because I just found out, you know, probably 2 days ago, I just found out that if you only use if you don't use electro or pyro, I can get these materials. This is they use for Tainari and Nilo. But since my current party has electro and pyro in it, this is the most I can get. It's really, I am actually getting pissed off because there's no way to convert this into this. So I don't know I don't know where to use this. Probably some weapons in Sumeru, or probably some future characters, but I hope they do have future characters to use by this, because these things are pretty poor and kind of sad. Yeah, this is literally like a character development, and this is literally the talent, I mean. It's for talent and character development, while this one is for like weapons, probably. Yeah, I guess I'm interlude there. Okay, even though I'm already desperate, I'm kind of sad that the other companion is not appearing during cutscenes, but I'm still wanting to appear.
Hold it right there. Heading to the desert, are we? I would think twice if I were you.
Damn, you guys do know, oh god, they have a sexy female right there. By the way, yeah, you don't know that he's a Mahabatra. He can beat you up and torture you.
That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that someone wishes to inform you that it's not too late to turn back. You must be Cyno. I've heard a lot about you. You've got quite a reputation. But this time you're in over your head. Unless you turn around right now, I'm afraid that even you won't return unscathed. And as for you two, why bother sticking your noses in trouble that doesn't even concern you?
Because we're here to help Cyno.
That's right!
Have you really thought it through? You're not just doing this for recognition, are you, Cyno? My employer said that he's willing to compromise as long as you just walk away. He could, for example, reduce the amount of canned knowledge on the market. I'm sure that would help your investigation appear to be successful enough.
That will be very discreet. That kind of ratio is actually bad.
On top of that, he's willing to give you a cut of the profit. So you see, you get both Mora and a boost to your reputation.
That's a downside.
I can't think of a reason why you would pass that up.
Is that so? Well, I can't think of a reason why I'd accept.
Yep.
I've heard enough. Get out of my way.
Sorry, no can do. We're getting paid to ensure you disappear. Since you won't turn back willingly, then we're gonna have to make you go back.
And you're gonna have to disappear.
Nowhere to run!
Right, then the quality moment here.
Tough right there. Rain cutter. Exterminate!
Surrender!
Out of my way!
Futile!
8,000, Jesus! Only use I actually want to use Cyno's burst, but in this situation it's impossible.
Surrender!
Oh, okay.
Invisible evidence!
Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due.
Damn. Awesome.
This doesn't change anything.
It
You're in
changes
over your
everything.
head, Cyno. There will be others coming for you. You'll regret it. Let's get out of here.
Shouldn't we follow
No
them?
need. Even if we apprehend them, there'll be little information to gain. Besides, it might also be a trap. I apologize for bringing you into this dangerous mess. Just being associated with me will inevitably cause you to become targets as well.
Nah, we already used to it.
You should be careful from now on. Sleep with one eye open.
Wait, hold up.
You'd be surprised. Anyway, just be careful. Mercenaries are never quick to forget. In their line of work, even a single failure is bad for reputation. They may even stay hidden in some dark corner for a very long time, waiting for the right moment to ambush you. They'll do anything to keep their prestige intact.
Have you encountered that kind of situation before, Cyno?
Yes. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was carrying out a mission with one of my superiors. I didn't have much experience at the time, and I let my guard down after we had closed the case. We ended up being attacked by the remainder of the mercenaries. My superior was injured while protecting me, and we struggled to gain control of the situation. I've become more vigilant ever since, staying alert even while I sleep.
Ooh.
He survived with a fractured wrist.
Ouch.
It took 2 months for him to recover, but luckily, there weren't any further complications. Last year, he transferred to an administrative role for personal reasons, and no longer participates in live missions. His name is Taj Radkani, a very well-respected mantra.
Rajwat
You'll have the chance to meet him someday. Anyway, our mission will be dangerous. I'm already used to such grueling conditions, but I don't want to see you two get hurt.
Don't worry, Paimon will stay alert. We'll see danger coming a mile away.
We've also experienced a lot of sticky
Good.
situations.
Don't worry. It won't be long till we're at the bottom of this. And once this is all over, I'll sweep away any other hidden dangers.
Oh yeah. Chain of interest. Man, this is one of the longest. Oh. Man, this is easy travel, huh? So there's even a teleporter, but there's no need. You can do Spider-Man all day. That's easy. This is the auction site? Huh. That's weird.
So hot. If only there was some shade for us to cool off under.
Maybe we should take a
We
break.
still have a long way to go, so you'll need to hang in there for a while longer. This is not a good place to rest anyway. Of course, but I'm accustomed to these conditions.
Bruh, he's from Sumeru, Paimon. Don't you ever think about that? He's living here in Sumeru.
Just try to stay focused. Use your willpower to support your mind. The moment you start to give in is when you'll feel more tired.
See, I'm definitely gonna use that.
Take one step after another. Don't let your mind perceive your body's limitations. We must get somewhere safe before we can relax.
Okay, just look around. It's just sand and desert.
Watch out. Something's not right about them.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay, no Cyno moment here.
Rain outlines your fate. Boom boom!
That's easy.
Those weren't just normal scorpions, see? There are marked numbers on their pincers. They were raised by someone.
So you mean...
Someone doesn't want us to show up at the auction. These scorpions were sent to keep us away. We are surrounded by desert as far as the eye can see. If we were killed out here, nobody would ever know.
This place is super...
Something's not right. There are no roads in the desert, so how could they know where we are?
Oh.
Stay still.
Look it. We have a tracking device!
Here's the answer. They must have planted this on you.
But when?
Huh? What is it?
A miniature tracking device made by the Ksharawar. They can use this to discern your approximate location, but this device wasn't licensed for mass production. Where did they get it?
Oh my god, when did it...
Could
put
someone
from
from
me?
the Ksharawar also be involved? But that doesn't seem right.
Whoa! Paimon never knew that...
They probably planted it on the Traveler during our fight with the mercenaries earlier.
Whoa, how did that happen?
It was a frantic fight. It's only natural you didn't notice the device.
So while having some Mortal Kombat there, someone has the guts to actually put the device on us?
Well, good thing you were able to find it.
No. Hold on to it for now. It might still be useful for us. Let's keep heading to the auction. It would be dangerous to linger here any longer.
Isn't this gonna put us in the disadvantage because they know how we operate? Oh god. Not the fucking fungi.
Lightning, purify! Dead with propagate! Let me weave you a verse.
Motion to compel.
Don't you... Oh my god, okay. Everybody calm down, okay? Good thing it's not a cutscene.
Germinate! No, my sword!
Okay. No one's gonna left here. Alright. Oh, this is a Nemo, right? This is weird. Oh, is that... Oh, there's the auction, baby! I have a stumper beast. Or maybe it's a trap.
Weird. Is this where the auction is?
There's nobody here.
Yeah, not a single...
We didn't waste any time getting here after we defeated those mercenaries. They shouldn't have been able to give any warning of our arrival, but even so, they still knew we were coming. Someone here must have been watching the tracker, and warned everyone to clear out.
Aw, what?
We searched the area. They couldn't have moved all the knowledge capsules so quickly. There might still be something left for us to find.
Alright,
Ordinary can knowledge. Seems to have nothing to do with the Court of Desolation. Original can knowledge is piled here. Enough to fetch an extremely large amount of more at market price. The Sumpter beast is drinking water leisurely and seems to be completely unaffected. Yeah, about that. Oh, I didn't expect that. Skeleton is not becoming bird by the wind and sand, but it's in front of their direction.
Did you find it?
no, nothing in particular.
It's possible there weren't many knowledge capsules containing info about the Court of Desolation, so they carried those off. But don't worry, I have another idea. You two start heading back the way we came. I will remain hidden here. Come back and meet me here after some time has passed. I'm sure something will come up by then.
So that's why he wanted me to carry the tracking
They
device.
packed up in a hurry and didn't have time to carry off all their goods. They won't just leave them here. Once they think we've left the premises, they'll be back to pick up their belongings. We just need to make sure the tracker goes far enough from here to make them assume that it's safe to come back.
Help! Okay, what?
Yes, and don't worry. If they dare to return, I'll make sure they stay.
Yeah.
There's no time to lose.
Okay, okay. Okay, chain of interest. Oh god! Go back to the way we came? Where? Oh, there it is. Bruh! We're basically in our village. Now, I'll be honest, out of all like level designs here in Genshin Impact, the desert is probably the worst. Because as you can see, it's all sorts of mountain, and sometimes it does not even have these Spider-Man thingies here. So basically a chance to actually get high on these. This is as far as we go, huh?
So tired.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yay. It's probably about time for us to head back to the auction. Let's go.
Surely? I'm sure about that. Oh, there's a fungi. Alright. Sumpter Beast is still there. So it's definitely there's some already developments happening. Oh, there is some developments. Caught red-handed.
Oh, looks so you're the bad guy behind all this, aren't ya?
Does he know anything about the surrounding?
I didn't act immediately when he showed up. Rather, I laid low and observed for a while instead. He is not the primary instigator, but he is most likely one of the more important dealers here. Am I right?
Yes, impressive. You certainly live up to your reputation, Cyno. If I had any idea you were still around, I wouldn't have gotten so greedy.
What?
Once everyone knew you were coming, all the canned knowledge dealers abandoned their goods and fled at once. Obviously, there wasn't time to pack up everything. Since all the goods were just left here unsupervised, I thought I'd use the opportunity to come back and take what I could. You know, free merchandise is good business, but I suppose there's no use explaining it now.
You must know who's manufacturing and selling the canned knowledge, correct? Will you tell us willingly? Or do I need to make you talk?
No, I'll talk. But before that, perhaps we can take the conversation elsewhere? If we stay here, chances are that someone will see me with you. That would put both me and my family in danger.
All right. Where do you suggest we go?
How about my home in Aru Village?
Huh.
It should be safe there.
Fine. Let's head out. You can throw away the tracker now, traveler.
Alright.
Listen, buddy, you better not try to trick
Jesus
us.
Christ, shut up!
Come on now. Do you really think I'd try to pull anything under Cyno's watch? Seriously, what can I even do?
Oh, thank God. It's only a little dialogue. Yeah, Paimon is getting annoying by the minute, but also very getting aggressive too by the minute. Oh, side quest. So definitely I'm having a break here, so I guess I'm gonna having a pause here, and probably I'm gonna give you a timestamp at the description so you can guys skip it. So I'm definitely gonna come back for, I don't know, probably 15 to 30 minutes. Hello, sound check. Alright. Hello, hello, sound check, sound check. We're still live. Alright, gonna use my dummy account once again. Live. Wow. Live. Thank you, dummy account. Alright, let us now continue the quest. So we're in safe haven now. Surely Candace doesn't know this. Oh, that's your daughter?
Dad, you're back! Oh, we have guests? Hi there.
Hey, we're gonna beat your daughter up if you don't know any information. Because you don't know, maybe there's someone's trailing on us.
This is my daughter, Simi. She can be a little shy of strangers.
Just kidding, I forget what I said. I will definitely be cancelled.
Why don't you run along now, dear? Dad needs to talk with our guests.
Oh, okay.
Everyone knows Cyno in our business, but let me ask, who are you two?
Kaiman is Kaiman.
To be honest, I really didn't expect to see Cyno, the lone operator, working with any partners. When I saw the tracker start moving away, I assumed you had decided to just go back empty-handed. But even though you caught me, I'd still urge you to stop while you still can.
No,
We should
Bruce.
abandon this investigation.
Why is that?
Everything from the manufacturing of canned knowledge to the sales and even splitting the profits. Every step of the process involves dozens, if not hundreds of people. Massive profits have brought everyone together in this business.
And also the time will get wasted if this court of desolation will ruin their life. Pretty sure it's not probably like there's no such treasure. Probably they just there to kill them.
Everyone will try their best to defend this industry that we've worked to build. It will be a long and difficult fight, even for you, Cyno. And even if you manage to win in the end, no one will thank you. If anything, you yourself might even feel remorse. Why are you so bent on putting us out of business?
Everyone has their own reasons for what they do. I don't have to explain mine.
Here's some tea, Dad. And for the guests, too.
Right. I forgot to offer tea to our guests. Thank you.
Don't mention it. And, I should tell you that our tea tastes kind of bitter, but I put some sugar in to make it a little tastier.
Yum yum.
That's my girl. Do we still have any sugar left? If not, I'll buy some more next time.
Yes, we do. Okay. I'm gonna go have a rest now.
Didn't you say that everyone's in it for the massive profits? That sure doesn't seem to be the case for you.
Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about.
You're gonna beat them up.
I was hoping to ask you for a favor. My daughter was born with a chronic disease.
Oh wow.
So she has a relatively weak heart and lungs. Even slightly strenuous exercise can cause her to faint and prove to be a life-threatening
I
risk.
see. So using stories like these so we can feel saddened and we can gonna kind of relate to the situation. You know, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking, because, you know, there's so many people actually doing this in real life. You know, here in the Philippines, we call this kapit sa patalim, or basically holding on to the sharp, or holding on to the tip of the knife, because they're basically going to do everything just to survive in a desolate world, or, yeah, like, mostly, you know, mostly in the lower ends of society, despite some having their parents or having, you know, yeah, most having their parents or some even like actual college students are actually working in a construction site because, or some actual college students are having a hard time to find part-time jobs in order to like pay their tuition expenses or basically have like additional expenses probably not just for school but also for the family. So yeah, I know I actually, I actually don't want to go bad mouthing this because this situation is actually kind of real. And knowing the context of the desert of Sumeru, they have harsh conditions, and this is a fantasy. This is that Genshin Impact's a fantasy world, and basically, there's some sandstorms and there's some monsters in it. There's some crazy, what do you call them? Wait, crazy mercenaries. Okay, crazy mercenaries. They're probably good. They're probably going to tail us already right now. So yeah. Really, Sumeru is really the closest to reality, to be honest.
That's why she never really had any friends to play with, and why she locks herself up in her room most of the time. She has to take lots of medicine, and it doesn't come cheap. As for me, I was just an average merchant. I would wake up early and travel all around to make a profit. The Mora was still nowhere near enough.
Low salary.
Watch my daughter's health deteriorate day by day, until one day, someone reached out and showed me a way to really make a profit.
Selling canned knowledge.
That's right. With all the Mora I made, I could finally afford medical treatment for my daughter. Nothing made me happier than seeing her get better. There are many others like me. Smuggling canned knowledge might seem like an unforgivable crime to you, but to us, it's a means of survival. I wanted to tell you all this so that maybe you could understand and change your mind. Please, stay out of this, Cyno. Give us a way to survive.
Oh no. That means that if we prevent the sale of canned knowledge, his daughter will...
There are probably some alternative methods after this, right?
I must get to the truth. I can find someone to help treat your child. But I cannot turn a blind eye to the smuggling.
There's some
These are two completely different issues.
Don't worry, there will be other ways. And knowing that Cyno is already here, he's going to help you.
I somehow knew you would say that. But having your word to help my daughter is enough for me. Since you insist on continuing the investigation, you should have a look around the back of my home. You'll find some goods I received just recently. I think everything will become clear to you once you see them.
Whoa, purple? Okay, what does the purple mean? We already have the red, the green, and now purple.
Yes. All neatly packed away and organized in
that
boxes.
Must be super rare.
To think that this is only one dealer's worth. Small producers couldn't possibly support such a large quantity of goods. Could the academia have a hand in this? But such a volume of goods wouldn't be able to slip through inspection.
I mean, there are already some recruiting researchers, so probably some academias already involved in here.
Huh? Look! These seem different from the...
Yes, that would make sense. Wait, what's this?
Huh? Some sort of marking we've never seen before.
Yes.
Oh.
It's a Matra seal. Indicating that the goods have passed Matra inspection.
Oh shit, that's Cyno's... That is one of Cyno's... Excuse me. That is one of Cyno's position.
I started to suspect that someone in the academia might be involved when I found the tracker earlier. But how they could ship so much canned knowledge out of the academia was still a mystery. The pieces have now all fallen into place. With this Matra seal, goods can leave the academia without undergoing a second inspection. No wonder they don't want me to investigate.
Yeah.
It turns out that a Matra is behind this. Even I find it hard to believe.
It could be misunderstanding. Maybe they also get trapped too.
Could I ask you for a favor, Traveler?
Uh-oh.
Since all this canned knowledge came from the academia, then it's highly likely that the knowledge regarding the Court of Desolation originated from research files stored within the academia. If we can enter the repository, we can find out who accessed these files. But considering my current status, if I suddenly show up at the academia now, it will only draw unnecessary attention. You'll need to be the one who checks the records. I'll write a letter to Nabil, and he'll take you there.
Okay, this is 3.1, so yeah, I guess we almost entered to academia because we eventually have a spider. I forgot her name, and yeah.
Sure thing.
I'll also keep working here in the meantime. Although our leads are all currently pointing to someone within the academia, it's obvious that they also have power outside of it. We can get more information on other dealers from Bahari. I'll stay here and make some preparations. You can come find me anytime if you uncover more info.
Oh. Still doesn't cover our... Still this will not cover our... This will not do our cover, right?
If you start sniffing around the academia, it won't be long before people catch on to you. And once word gets out, they'll soon be after my daughter and I.
Don't worry. I'll find them before things escalate that far. But if you still feel uneasy, then why don't you tell me about anyone else you know who is involved? The more information I have, the safer you will be.
Alright.
Alright. Let's go to academia. So we actually infiltrated academia here. But not too much. Hello, students.
Hello, we meet again. Have you managed to find Cyno? If so, how's he doing?
Okay, so surely no one will suspect us,
I read
right?
the letter, and must admit that I hadn't expected things to be so serious. Sorry. Had I known it would be so dangerous, I never would have gotten you two involved.
It's alright. We wanted to help Cyno too.
I just realized logically, we were just traveling around. How did we get enter in academia if we actually play this in 3.1?
I can tell that he really trusts you. The research files stored away in the restricted repository are far from ordinary. Everything there is essentially about dangerous research that's forbidden by the academia. Even I don't usually have authorization to enter. But with this letter from Cyno, it shouldn't be a problem.
Forbidden research.
That's right. Granted, the academia is very supportive when it comes to research. They encourage scholars to conduct all kinds of studies. However, some forms of research have proven to be so dangerous that the Matra have to step in and put a stop to them. Normally, after some particular research becomes prohibited, the majority of the related files will be destroyed, but some information may be retained as a record to warn later researchers. Such information is kept in the restricted repository, which is heavily guarded. Follow me, I'll show you. Hopefully, we'll find the answers that Cyno is looking for.
The restricted repository.
Surely no one's gonna suspect us, right? Because how the way we look, the outfit, we haven't changed the outfit, we're probably not students here. Oh, we have a new place. Utaiba.
Okay, I understand. Since Cyno is vouching for you, I suppose we can trust you. You may browse the information regarding the Court of Desolation. Ask me if you have any questions, but I'd suggest avoiding any other research files. Sometimes the less you know, the better.
Oh! Is that a Tame Impala reference? Type of active device and the secret door opens in the wall. Oh! I thought that's a door.
Huh. So this is the restricted repository. I never thought I'd see the inside of it. This is a first for both you and me.
Do you also know Cyno?
There are many who do not openly converse with others within the academia. But even so, there are very few who I feel could be trusted with a real secret. Cyno happens to be one of them. Even though he's no longer in the academia, I still trust him. And that goes for anyone he trusts as well. The files are over there. Just make it quick.
Alright. Can we get some other materials here? Despite twisting the price of one's life, investigation, runs in a short period of time, overtaken with the pesticide that doesn't appear. So it's an illusion. Discovery phase, investigation, stone tablets. Murtada Vatkani. You're arrested. Wait, is that the one who Cyno mentioned or not?
Whoa, there's a lot to read here. Have you found anything yet?
Yeah.
Huh. It reminds Paimon of Cyno's former partner.
His former partner? That would be Taj Radkani. But you're not far off. Mortada Radkani was Taj's only son.
Okay.
What? Taj's son went to prison for researching the Court of Desolation?
Why do you sound so surprised?
It's just that they arrested him in secret, so it was never publicly known. All I knew was that Taj's son was taken to prison. It's not just me. I bet even Cyno didn't know about it.
So anyway, we could meet Murtada.
Unfortunately, there isn't. He took his own life not long after he went to prison. You've heard about Taj, right? I know Nabil has. Every Matra knows him. I would say he's probably pushing 50 this year, which makes him one of the most experienced Matra. He is a man of integrity and honesty, and has made countless achievements. His reputation goes back a long way now. He used to be Cyno's only partner. Taj is also skilled with the polearm, so the two of them used to practice together when they weren't out on a mission.
Ah, right. I heard Cyno mention that before. But one day, Taj suddenly decided to retire from active duty and transfer to an administrative position. I wonder if it had anything to do with the Mortada incident.
Taj was already very well known by the time Mortada was born. So when Mortada came to study at the Academia, everyone had high expectations of him. He had to face a lot of pressure. Then he had an unpleasant dispute with his father, but they were eventually able to work things out. Not long after they had reconciled, Mortada was caught studying the Court of Desolation, which is in violation of Academia rules. Taj arrested his son and put him behind bars. He begged for leniency, but Taj wouldn't agree. Shortly after, Mortada slit his own throat with the pieces of a broken bowl.
Yuck.
By the time Taj arrived at the scene, it was already too late. He never had a last chance to see his son. Since then, Taj has been periodically coming to the repository. He'll hold the files from his son's research with a remorseful look on his face. I guess that's why he chose to move to administrative work.
I had no idea that happened. That must be really hard for Taj. I've never heard him mention that to anyone.
That's awful. Paimon feels terrible now. Are you okay, Traveler?
Taj has gone through Murtada's research files.
Don't tell me you're starting to suspect Taj now. Impossible. Taj would never do that. I mean, yes, he does have a big reputation and has access to such research, but this is Taj we're talking about. He would never do anything against regulations. Never.
But if you claim that the canned knowledge was originating from the Academia, then Taj is indeed a suspect, because he was the only one who could have recently gone through research files about the Court of Desolation. There are so many files about those ruins that it would be difficult to restart any research, since the 7 original researchers were put behind bars. It's hard enough just trying to make sense of these files. However, if the files were made into canned knowledge, they could be understood immediately. By doing so, one could restart the research outside the Academia without anyone ever noticing.
But even so...
According to the legends, the treasures inside the Court of Desolation could allow someone to see beyond life and death.
Or even
bring the dead back to life, right? So maybe Taj is trying to bring Mortada back. Though I don't really believe Taj would ever try to do something like that. I'm just telling you what I know. It's the job of the Matra to find the truth and track down criminals. Do you have any questions? If not, it'd be best if you would leave now.
Paimon's kinda confused.
Let's go ask around somewhere else.
Now that I think about it, Cyno suspected that the canned knowledge was coming from within the Academia, right? There's no way so many boxes could ever get through without drawing any attention. Maybe we could try asking people around the gate of the Academia and see what we can find. Don't worry, Taj. I won't let your reputation be tarnished.
Alrighty then, let's...
Okay. Wait. I'll go. Okay, thank you. Oh, so we can actually bring them. Okay.
Do you have any other questions?
Always reset. Right, so are there any other files here? Mechanical life forms. Records and account of a Spanish researcher was expelled for studying mechanical life forms. Oh? They say missed information. No, not the misinformation, but missed. With a past tense, ed. Oh, I thought there's like a very useful information partly connected to the lore of Genshin Impact, but nah. Alright, what's this? Secret text. Records of a houses are being transmitted. Okay, what a waste of time. That's it. That's all we can read. Surely the mechanical life forms is basically El Dottore, right? Huh, interesting. Right, let's go out. So yeah, didn't expect to have like a depressing turn there. Like actually talking about taking its own life. Holy shit.
Excuse me. Have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
Huh. Well, yes, but isn't that pretty normal? The academia consumes so many resources each day. Everything from cooking ingredients, raw materials, even equipment for experiments. It's normal for goods to be coming in and out.
Right, but we're looking for shipments with a Matra seal. Have you seen any like that?
That I'm not too sure of. I normally wouldn't notice whether the goods have any seals or not. Maybe you should ask someone else.
Okay. Now, where did he actually go out though? Like, surely the academia is huge, but where's like the door to actually get it out?
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
No, not that I'm aware of. Perhaps you could ask someone else?
Okay. Still no information. Oh.
Excuse me, have you seen any large shipments of goods leaving the academia recently?
Huh? Why do you ask?
I'm just checking to ensure nothing unusual has happened.
Well, I can't say it's unusual, but I did notice something. There's a Kashar researcher who's been making frequent shipments recently. Dozen of large boxes each time, if not more. When I asked him about it, he said they just contained a bunch of old worn-out machines. The Kashar used to often sell scrap machines to traveling merchants, so I didn't really think anything of it.
That's just a diversion.
But he's been making a lot of shipments lately. There weren't ever so many outdated machines before.
And you didn't find that suspicious? Why didn't you report it for inspection?
Well, the boxes were stamped with a Matra seal. Why should
Here
I
it
bother?
goes.
Of course, I did start to wonder about the seal once, thinking that maybe they forged it or something. But you know what happened? A man named Taj came here and told me that he'd already inspected the goods personally and ordered me to leave the researcher alone. I couldn't question his word, could I?
Impossible. There must be some sort of mistake. There's no way Taj would
Just
ever...
calm down. Hey, don't... Hey, this is a secret investigation.
No, I won't believe it. Taj is an honorable man. Someone must be trying to frame him. Wait, I know another Matra who works with Taj. I can ask him to let us speak with Taj.
Let us speak? Are you sure about that?
As I've already told you, I don't have any way to contact Taj. A few Eremites showed up looking for Taj yesterday, and he met with them in his office. I was standing outside of the door, and I vaguely heard them say, "Found it." Before I realized it, the door opened, and Taj left with the group of them. I noticed that he had also changed into Eremite attire. But Taj didn't come to work today, so I've also started to feel a little concerned about the whole thing. If you'd like to speak with him, maybe you can try visiting his home. He lives just on the outskirts of Sumeru City.
A group of Eremites? Could Taj really be the one making...
No way. Taj is just like Cyno. They're considered heroes among the Matra. There's no way that he would...
Let's go and have a look.
Looks like there's no other choice.
Hey, don't let it get to you just yet. We'll get to the bottom of this once and for all.
Shut up. No need more extra animation.
Taj lives on the outskirts of Sumeru City. You can try looking for him there.
Huh. Was my intuition right? Was there really something wrong with those goods?
Uh-oh, you're getting demoted. Goodbye, corpse of 30. Say goodbye to your corpse of 30, boy. Anyway,
So, this is Taj's place. There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Well, what should we do then?
No. Wait, the door's unlocked. Did Taj leave in a hurry? Well, anyway, we're still not sure if he's the real culprit. Probably not a good idea to go in without permission.
Uh-huh. There's no other option, though.
You're right. Even if we apply for a warrant now, we won't be able to do anything until tomorrow at the earliest. This is an emergency. I just hope Taj doesn't mind.
Uh-oh.
What's this?
It's a paper full of names written on it. Oh, and a map. Nabil, can you make any sense of this?
Yes. This is definitely Taj's handwriting. These papers look like records. These are the transactions between Taj and some other people.
Uh-oh.
Look at the numbers.
Damn.
The scale of this smuggling case is absolutely massive. The whole operation involves more than 300 people, including dozens of celebrities. These are famous scholars, merchants, mercenaries.
Sure, that's not the entire population of Sumeru, but probably other nations as well.
I have a feeling that Cyno might be unaware of what he's up against. There's no way anyone could face such a large organization on their own.
Maybe he's aware of that, but he won't back down.
You're right. That's just who he is. As for the map, it appears to indicate the location of the Court of Desolation. Let's take it to Cyno and let him decide how to proceed.
Alright. Oh, wait. Ancient map. So it's just from the ruins. It's from the big bulk over there. Okay. But surely there's a guide here, so...
If Taj really has turned on his honor and committed these terrible acts, then I suspect that he might already be at the Court of Desolation as we speak. I don't want to suspect him, but I also don't know him very well. Maybe Cyno will know what to do.
Alright, we'll give these to Cyno and see. Let's go!
Ikuzo.
I don't want to suspect him.
Alright. All returns to silence. Hiccups. Alright, still in our village. Alright, let me take a piss just for a second. Just for a minute. Alright. Okay. Here I am. You're now ready to tell the truth to Cyno. And I hope he also does accept it. Do you think he's aware of it? Well, probably not. Okay.
Well, Cyno, what do you make of it?
Taj. It's been a while since I last saw him. From what I remember, he is a straight-laced man. Although he would resort to extreme measures from time to time, he would never do anything against his beliefs.
So do you think he's the one behind all this?
I'm still not sure. I cannot imagine how devastating the incident with Mortada was for him. Nor can I deny the possibility that people can change. Whether it's out of love for his son or for other reasons. We have to see for ourselves to judge him. Or rather, the person he's become.
The evidence is stacked against him now.
That's right. It's clear that he had a hand in this case, yet he made no report of it. There's no doubting that. That's also why I need to see him. I must ask his reasoning and judge him myself. Time is ticking. Let's go.
Alright. According to the map, 689, wow. Okay, it's actually kind of like right here. Easy teleportation. Oh god, I thought we were actually going to the sandstorm. Okay, this is what I told you that I actually hate about the Sumeru landscape of desert, because due to the high mountains, you don't actually know where to climb, and also you don't know where the Spider-Man thingies are connected from. Sometimes it's just randomly right out here, as you can see there from the structure of it, that you're just gonna climb. But in this case, I guess it's up to us to find the right direction to climb. Alright, what does it look like again? Alright, let's check it out. Quest, patient map. Alright, it's right there. So probably it's right around there. Like, it's right over between the gap of these like two lines here. Based on the structure, as I can see. Okay, so it must be around here. So we're gonna climb up. Also gonna kill this. Can I at least kill it? Oh, I cannot. Okay. Here it is. And then this is the Court of Desolationists. I think we're going inside. Maybe this is like an underground palace thingy. That's why it is set up there. Enter the Court of Desolation. It is. I shall not wake them up. Okay. We're still not waking them up. That's good. And we're now here. It's a domain! Dendro, Hydro, Electro, good. Some strange association, blah blah blah. We also have Cyno. The depths of the court. 181014. He's so badass. Crit rate. The crit rate counter gains 52% of the elemental mastery as bonus attack. Oh, okay. The elemental hits an opponent. The Dream of Skulls effect will be gained. The crit rate counter will gain 10. Novelist, weird. Sacred Rites also is not fascinating. Cyno's normal target will convert the lucky dance capable of written faster manners, the resistance to touch will increase and engage immediately like that. This effect will be cancelled when Cyno leaves the field and lasts a max of 18 seconds. Performs a swift thrust. When Cyno is under the pack zone path cleaver state triggered by say a wolf's swiftness, he will instead unleash a more power to deal something and penetration of the pack zone path cleaver. When Cyno is in path zone state as a sacred by wolf's swiftness, Cyno will enter the empty stance at intervals. If he activates Secret while affected with the stance, blah blah blah. Increases the damage. Dual stockable damage. Cyno's damage values will be increased based on his elemental role. That's cool. Packs 1 attack will notify damage elemental mastery, does stockable damage with passive talent. So, that's actually cool.
So this is the Court of Desolation. Are there really any treasures buried here? Oh, Paimon's kind of nervous. Could it be dangerous?
Don't worry. You'll be safe with me.
Oh wow, we already have some... We have company.
Nowhere to run!
I'll settle this! Incinerate! Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter! Spring forth! Time for your arraignment!
Okay, we actually go all out there. And then we get started.
These walls have definitely seen better days. Was there some sort of fight here? Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Scatter!
Damn, this place is tight. The camera is moving. Whoa! What the fuck?
Whoa! Is it just Paimon? Or did that passageway just rotate? It's not gonna start moving again, is it? Either way, we should be careful.
Damn, good design.
Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty.
Why am I going all out?
You stand condemned. Your penance is due.
Penance is due.
Guilty. You stand condemned.
Damn, I'm only going out. Jesus. Sorry. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay, there's no such thing as some secret entrance here. Okay. Whoa. Damn.
A passage! Hopefully that's our way in. That eye seems to be staring right at us.
Shut up!
This place gives Paimon the creeps. You go first.
Jesus Christ. I want to shut up. Whoa. Damn. Still nothing? Oh wait, there is! Oh, this must be a puzzle, right? Wait. Oh god, I'm making myself motion sickness. Okay. Then there must be another, right? I see. I don't see from the top. But surely there must be something. Yep. I know that's going to move.
Just let me know if you ever find yourself in a pinch. I can help you out.
Oh. That's actually easy. Oh! Didn't expect to have that. Ooh, it's a...
Out of my way! Rain outlines your fate. Germinate! Witness the power of Gugwa.
Motion to compel. Ha.
Nowhere to run!
Easy peasy. Oh! Oh! Uh-oh. Damn. That's some actual technological advances there, huh, from an ancient time. Oh wait, we'll use Cyno. Taj!
Taj.
Ah, Cyno. It's been some time since I've seen you last. I trust you are doing well. Seeing that you've made it all the way here, you must be on the cusp of wrapping up your investigation, I presume. Even faster than I expected. Is it because you have some new partners now?
That's right. This case is nearly closed. But the most important answer still eludes me. Was it all your doing? Smuggling the canned knowledge? The research of the Court of Desolation?
Yes, it was me.
Then explain why.
That's the difficult part. Let's just say I've changed. I've become a selfish coward who only wants to pursue his own interests.
There must be a deeper reason to this, right? About your son?
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, really? Way I see it, every person will end up like me sooner or later. When you're young, you press forward, unattached, living solely for the justice in your heart. But as you begin to age, you start to become more cautious. You know many things are wrong, but still turn a blind eye to them. I was the same. I never questioned my actions until Murtada died. I could feel the justice that I once strived to uphold slowly crumbling in my heart. I was completely dedicated to all that I did, but as I grew older, I found myself feeling alone, miserable. Can you imagine what it feels like to not have the will to live, but not be able to die? Murtada was sent to prison by my own hands. I set myself on this painful path. My son hated me till the day he died, and now I must live with that pain and regret. I failed him as a father. But now I have a chance to make it right. A chance to reunite with him. The Court of Desolation. Here lies the key to overcoming life and death. The power to even bring the dead back to life.
So, did you already find what you needed here?
See this door behind me? Behind it lies the treasures that I seek. I'm so close, Cyno. If only you hadn't arrived now, I could already have...
Enough conjecture. What has happened is already part of the past.
Death is permanent.
You cannot bring the dead back to life. In the end, the treasures you seek are nothing but myths and legend.
Since you're so sure, why don't you just let me open the door and see then?
No. I sense danger behind that door. There will be dire consequences the moment you open it.
Maybe you even die, you know? Just like they said, there's a cost.
I beg you, as an old partner, can you let me fulfill my last wish just this once? Surely you get it by now. Doing your job without mercy will only drive people away from you. I'm the prime example.
I don't overthink things. If there is only one way for me to defend my principles, then that is the path I will take.
Seems there's no convincing you. All right then. Let's see if your polearm skills have improved at all.
What? I have a one-on-one duel. That's actually very long.
This power is mine.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh my god,
will
hey,
set
hey!
things right no matter what.
Okay, calm down, calm down. Okay.
Nowhere to run. Futile. Through me, justice is served. Your penance is due. You stand condemned.
Sorry to beat you up, old man. Yep, his pole skills definitely improved.
Your strength.
You feel it, don't you? I'm stronger than you remember. I gained new power when I entered the Court of Desolation.
Holy fuck, he actually summoned some animals.
This is only a taste of it. Once I open the door behind me, this power will be complete. Even life and death will have no grip on me.
Uh-oh. We have to stop this guy!
I won't let you open that,
door.
I wouldn't be so sure. I'm afraid it won't be easy to stop me now that you're injured.
What?
Or are you ready to sacrifice your life for this?
I'll do what I have to.
I still remember when we first became partners. You were always charging forward and putting your life on the line. Just like now, even after all this time, you still haven't changed.
You haven't changed either. You left that list of names and map in your house on purpose, didn't you? You wanted me to be able to find you here. All of this was just part of the act you were putting on. What happened just now was also part of your plan. You might have fooled those on the list, but you will not fool me. I had my suspicions from the beginning, but I couldn't be sure until we fought. If he really had changed, your fighting style wouldn't be as it was before.
Huh? What are you...
He never planned on opening the door. His true intention was...
Seems our time is running short. Let me make this quick then. After Mortada died, my spirit was crushed. For a long time, I was hoping this reality was just some terrible nightmare. I hoped I would just wake up and be able to see his smiling face again. That is when I was approached by someone who wished to collaborate and find the Court of Desolation together.
Is that El Dottore?
I did some investigation of my own and discovered they were part of a massive organization.
Don't tell me it's El Dottore or the Fatui.
People from every walk of life are involved. They are relentless in their search, pouring countless more into secret research, even sacrificing lives, in hopes that the Court of Desolation would appear.
No wonder banning the research wasn't enough. A full-scale operation was already in motion.
I'm a flesh and blood human like anyone else, so I obviously hesitated and considered it. The thought of bringing my son back tugged at my heart, but in the end, I came to my senses. I knew that I could not let myself go down that path. I suddenly came to a realization amidst my suffering. The Court of Desolation, a place that once drove people to tragedy, was still doing so, even centuries later. As long as this place exists, people will recklessly seek it out, just as Mortada did, generation after generation, regardless of the cost. Let it be buried beneath the sand forever. Once the Court of Desolation is gone, there will no longer be anyone obsessed with seeking it out.
So the damage on the walls is honorary. You're going to destroy the Court of Desolation.
That's right. I acted as if I had abandoned my convictions just so that they would cooperate without raising any suspicion. This was the only way I could find and destroy this place. But that wasn't enough. I needed someone I could trust to bring the organization to justice. The academia forbids the research of the Court of Desolation, so they would never approve my plan in the first place. To add to the problem, the organization is so powerful that they even have members working within the academia. If I wish to destroy the organization, I couldn't just count on the academia alone.
So, you pretended to be the one behind all this.
Oh, wow.
As a test for me.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry, but now I am assured. You haven't changed at all. You are still as you always were, fearless, and making no compromise. Anyway, this place is collapsing. You must leave now.
Wait! Aren't you leaving too? There are still look.
His fate is already sealed.
Hey.
There is no life left inside him.
Oh.
He is like a candle with no more wick to burn.
To open the court of desolation, one must sacrifice their life.
You planned it all from the very beginning, didn't you? Risking being treated as a traitor to collaborate with them. Sacrificing your own life to open and destroy the Court of Desolation.
Regardless, I made a grave mistake by allowing the smuggling and the research of this place. Let this be the final judgment on myself. I was always so busy with work that I never made time to fulfill Mortada's wishes. Finding this place was his biggest wish. Since I'll be reuniting with him here, I can only hope he won't have anything more to hold against me. I'll leave all those people on the list to you. Sorry for all the trouble I've caused.
There's nothing to be sorry for. We are partners. If you see Mortada, send him my greetings. Goodbye,
Goodbye,
old friend.
Aww.
Dad, why are they so strict with me? I'm always the only one who gets in trouble.
Just leave me alone! Don't worry, I won't damage your precious reputation.
Alright, Dad. Let's start over. By the way, I finally found an area of research I wish to pursue. Why can't you show even a little leniency?
How can Timer also fly too fast?
Because we are Matra.
Matra. The Matra
The Court of Desolation has
disappeared.
Just as Taj said.
Oh.
That place had caused too many disasters and tragedies. Being buried in quicksand is its rightful end.
What about the organization?
To them, as long as there's more to be made, they will disregard the Academia's rules. Whether it's the Court of Desolation or anything else. Their only goal is to make massive profits off of dangerous research. Taj may have set them back with the Court of Desolation. But it won't be long before they continue searching for another target. That's an opportunity that I will not let them have.
We'll help too.
Thank you. But you've already done enough. Just leave the rest to me. I will bring them to justice myself. Besides, I promised you that I would sweep away any potential danger. So, that's what I'm going to do. Wait for me at Caravan Rebop 4 days from now.
Oh, we have a special treat. Damn. So I think this is the only, like, I don't know. I think this is the only story quest with a sad ending, I guess. So yeah, this is not just a side story quest anymore. It's more like a personal quest, you know. Honestly, still feels like a side story quest. Anyways, wait until 4 days, no way. Okay, we go to Caravan Rebot. Let's actually go to Caravan Rebot. Man. So this is the story. Man, now I wish we have like a part 2 to sign the story quest now, huh? Looks like we have still the organization, we have to solve it. I feel like that's going to be the Fatui, right? Because you know how genius they are. and how like mischievous they are when it comes to their plans. So surely they know about that Court of Desolation and those people who are being driven by it and getting baited. Still nothing. Well, this is 4 days now. Yeah. I really wonder if this like story quests are, I mean sure some story quests are like connected to the lore of Genshin, but probably like in these first parts it's mostly like just like I said earlier, it's like NPCs, just NPC story quests. Yeah, like story quests are like not just from the characters themselves, it's also an NPC story quest. But if we have like a part 2 right now, there will be some new threats to appear. And just like I said earlier, probably the beginning of the stream, the Archon quests are the only ones who have part 2, while the other 5 stars have none.
We meet again. Thank you so much for all your help.
Oh wait, Nabil's part of the treat. Let's go.
Nabil, what are you doing here?
He's invited.
Convicts from the desert are being escorted through Caravan Ribat, so I'm here to keep an eye on things. This should be the last group of them, so I'll be heading back to the Academia once they're cleared.
What happened these last few days?
The last few days have been quite the ride, but fortunately, I can say with confidence that this case is finally coming to an end. At first, the mercenary groups on the list were putting up quite a fight. They made several desperate attempts to cover up the truth. However, Cyno crossed the desert and took out their main camp overnight. After that, people on the list started to put pressure on the higher-ups within the Academia. Everyone was on edge, and the case came to a standstill.
And? Then what happened?
Well, then we received word that Taj Rudkani had sacrificed himself on the case. The news really stirred up the members of our ranks. The Matra then moved together against the enemy. We cleared out the traitors from within the Academia and arrested all the researchers on the list. Some of them managed to get out of the Academia, but still failed to escape. The scattered criminals were captured by Cyno all across Sumeru.
Jesus Christ.
I even
He's
heard
exhausting
that
himself.
someone was about to escape to Fontaine, but was still apprehended just at the border. Having more than 300 prisoners apprehended for interrogation has definitely shaken things up recently.
Jesus Christ. Wait, there's a border from Fontaine? Oh, that should be interesting.
Is Cyno alright? He didn't get injured, did he?
So he basically crossed probably all of Sumeru and absolutely gone to Fontaine. Jesus.
He seems fine, but nobody knows the real situation. He brought over 300 suspects to judgment all on his own.
Jesus.
Among them were even some of our former colleagues. Not just the criminals are afraid of him. Even we start feeling a little nervous when he's around now. But even if we start feeling all self-conscious, thinking if we've done anything wrong, we're still always honored to have Cyno around. By the way, are you guys here to see Cyno? I think I just saw him walking in that direction when I was on watch nearby. He was walking with someone I didn't recognize, and then before I knew it, they were nowhere to be seen. If you happen to see him, please send my regards.
Probably a suspect.
Don't worry about me. If anything happens, you can find me at the Academia anytime. Farewell then.
Farewell. Alright.
Trying to single-handedly bring 300 people to justice must feel pretty exhilarating. But I can assure you, this is certainly not the best solution.
I'm aware. However, I learned something unexpected during interrogation. Apparently, someone had enticed Murtada Radkani into becoming interested in researching the Court of Desolation.
That's definitely the Fatui.
Murtada had lived in his father's shadow all his life. Naturally, he wanted to conduct research that would seem groundbreaking and significant. After Murtada died, the organization tried to use Taj's shame regarding his son to add him to their ranks, toying with others' minds, treating lives like dirt.
That's definitely the
doing
Fatui.
anything for their own interests. This makes me angry.
Fine, I understand. This is a type of trap I've been working on which uses plants. Here, Take some just in case you need them next time. If thrown into the mud, the trap will grow rapidly and disperse a pollen that has a paralyzing effect. I don't have much use for the traps these days, but maybe you will and can help me collect more testing data.
Cyno! Tighnari! Oh, so Tighnari must be who Nabil saw earlier. Are you all...
That's right. Cyno asked me to collect some medicinal herbs to treat a girl named Simin. I also dropped by just to check for any injuries. He seems to be fine physically, but he looks a little more lonely than I remember. And Cyno, relax. You don't always have to look so serious, you know? Why don't you play more Genius Invocation TCG?
Oh, I haven't
has
said
always
that.
been a little wary of you, and your stern expression certainly isn't helping.
How is Kale these days?
She's grown a bit taller, but her grades could use some improvement. She still made many mistakes on her last test, even after I had marked all the important content in the book for her.
Oh, so they call this homeschooling?
After some time, I plan on having her go outside more. It just so happens that I have something she can help me with.
Huh? You mean Kale?
I've asked her to host some ad hoc lectures to teach the dangers of canned knowledge,
Ooh.
as well as how to use it safely. Although we've apprehended all the criminals behind the recent smuggling case, there are many people who are still curious and seek after canned knowledge.
Damn, no, to be honest, the canned knowledge information has probably spread too far.
So I decided to ask her to work on increasing knowledge and awareness on the topic. Please be sure to keep an eye on her.
I will.
If anything else happens, the three of you can find me in the Avidya forest. Take care.
It's gonna be
I've
very
already
hard.
caught those who were preparing to attack you in secret.
Damn, that must be pretty hard, especially with like that canned knowledge. Because probably the difficult part there is to explain truly. Despite the explain truly, excuse me, you need to have like the right hit of words, or probably the right hit of like the sentence to actually convince them. So yeah, I hope Kale handles this naturally, and also probably someone who helps her.
Even if some criminals did slip through our fingers, they wouldn't know that you were involved in the case. So you can relax.
What?
It's still not time for me to rest yet. Those who died have fulfilled their wishes, but those who are alive must continue pressing forward. I've been thinking about what Taj said in the Court of Desolation these last few days. His words were not empty. People do change, and no belief can completely resist the erosion of time. I just hope my own change will come slowly, so that I can press on a little further. That way, those who see me as their superior, and those who are following in my footsteps, will learn courage from my example, just as I gained courage from my own superiors, and my partner.
Sounds like a lot of work. Like a lot to do. I will make you happy, Cyno.
I'll be fine. I'm also enjoying my chat with you right now, you know. There are many things I feel better about once I start to talk about them. Many people want to go to the desert to offer condolences for Taj, but I didn't share details with anyone. I'd prefer to avoid revealing the location of the Court of Desolation. One day, I'll gather some flowers that grow in arid desert conditions.
Wow.
And then, I was hoping you'd join me in planting them on the remains of the Court of Desolation.
Sure thing. Next time on King of Invocations.
By the way, something strange happened a few days ago. A merchant approached me and requested that I cover the cost of a desert travel kit. 1,250,000 mora.
Bro!
I didn't remember owing anyone mora, especially not that kind of amount. So I arrested the merchant on charges of provocation and disturbing the peace.
Well, looks like story failed, huh?
Do you know anything about this?
Nope. Paimon has no idea what that could be.
I think who that could be. Huh. Well, this is actually a bittersweet quest, to be honest.
I should start preparing for the next onslaught.
Didn't expect someone like depression thoughts there or something. I mean, you know, those deep thoughts or something. But yeah, at least we're having to find a reflection in the reality we live in. Well, enough this some blabber philosophy for me. Just rambling about because of how realistic, how like transcending to reality this Sumeru is. So anyways, I think that's it all for this video. Tomorrow, or the next video, if you're watching this on the VOD, we will now... So yeah, in the next video, we will now do Nilo's story quest. We will now do Nilo's story quest, and then the day after tomorrow, we're gonna do Nahida's story quest. So I know Nilo's already has like a... her story is kind of affected. I kind of affected the dialogue of from the Archon quest, and of course Nahida is a given one though. But anyways, I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below so I can see the feedback and improvements. And I will see you guys again in the next video. Goodbye.